All right, so we're going live again, back in action after our YouTube timeout. This is a special edition of the Immigration Answers live show. Not sure what kind of viewership we're going to get, but we'll go ahead and see if we can answer some questions today. Oh, that's funny. I see my toothbrush and my shaving cream over there in the corner. Haha. Let me get the link so that people can come in the waiting room if anyone has an immigration related question for me. This is not our usual time, so I have no idea if anyone's going to show up or have questions, but let's go ahead and open up the waiting room. We were knocked off YouTube for about a week, 7 days, because our team had uploaded a how-to video. And the how-to video had a fake case in it and talked about how to mail a packet to USCIS. And apparently we mentioned a social security number, which was fake. And it was a hidden video. It wasn't even open to the public. But we're glad to be back and we're ready for action. So if anybody has questions, any immigration related things, anything you want to talk about, I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. Hello, everybody, for the nice notes and the comments. Glad to be back. We missed you. We missed being on the show. We missed having new videos to launch. We got a bunch ready to go. So you should be seeing us more often and back with our daily posts. We're excited about that. All right. So looks like we have some people asking questions. Best bet's going to be to come on into the waiting room. I'll put a link to the waiting room so that people can join us. And we'll be glad to try and answer people's questions. Just remember, this is all public. And somebody's typing the same question over and over and over. That's not how this thing works. I usually don't even answer the questions in the text. So if you want to come on, you need to get down in the waiting room and then we'll pull you up. All right, so let's do it. Let me copy that so I can post it again. No Daniel today. Daniel's off. We closed the office today on the day after Thanksgiving so that everybody got a nice 4-day weekend. We'll also be closed from Christmas Eve until January 3rd. So we'll give everyone off the week again. Because we've got some people waiting, and we're going to start with Muhamud.
Hello, can you
Hi.
hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you. How you doing?
Yeah, my light is kind of off. I'm good. So thank you for taking my, call and stuff.
Sure.
So Mr. Jim, we have this complicated case, and we did, contact your law firm about it. We gave them the papers and stuff. They're trying to be like figure it out and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, but I want to hear, like what you think about it and what's the best thing to do. So to give you an insight, quick background, my sisters are in the US, me and my mom are in Uganda. So we finished everything in the end of 2016. On October of 2017, we get on a plane. We're supposed to come to the US, but in the middle of our flight, we get stopped in Istanbul, Turkey, and we get sent back to Uganda, and due to Trump's travel ban, because we are from Somalia, and we couldn't come to the US.
And how are you
So,
coming? What was the basis for coming?
I think it was I-130 case
Filed by your sister?
filed by my sisters. Yeah.
She's a U.S. citizen?
No, one is a US citizen and the other one is a green card holder.
Okay. And okay, go ahead.
So,
Okay, so you get turned around at Istanbul, sent back to Uganda, then what?
yeah, so in those 4 years, of course, my sisters, they try to do, everything they can. They got an attorney, they went to the senator, but we did not have like that much success with any of that. And, to keep this short, eventually it was clear to us we had to wait until the ban was gone. And in the beginning of this year, the ban was gone and we were hopeful and we thought at least now we will come to the US.
Yeah.
And in February, actually, the IOM here, they got instantly to work and they start calling up people who couldn't come to the US, in 2017, 2018 for medicals and stuff. And so February goes by, March goes by, April goes by, and the people who did their medicals and stuff in February, they already gone to the US. And us who had a flight and got sent back to Uganda, no one was calling us. So we started to get worried and stuff. So we called these people who called RSC Africa in Kenya, Nairobi, who was processing the case and stuff.
Okay.
And my sister also, they like she tried to contact them. She had an attorney. He tried to contact them as well, but all of us just got ignored. And like after 3 months and stuff, so I went to the IOM and told them about this stuff, and then they decided to give me a reply. And then they said, your case was and still is waiting or pending an administrative action from the USCIS. To be honest with you, I don't even know what that meant. But they said, we know what happened to you in 2017. Just please be patient. So we wait 4 extra months. That was in July. And the beginning of November, they send us an email and they say, this case is denied and closed. There's no why. There's no reason. There's
Who
no
told you that?
nothing.
USCIS told you that?
No. RSC Africa in Kenya, Nairobi told us that. And so they said this
but-
case is denied and closed by the USCIS. So, and then, they don't send nothing. Luckily, just 3 weeks before that, I started watching your videos and stuff. So I watched your video about how to know the USCIS denial is absolute BS. So when they say that, I knew there's nothing they can, say to try to deny our case. We finished everything. We're supposed to come to the US. What are they going to say? And so I asked these people, where's the denial or any of the papers? So they sent me back an RFR, which is basically like a request for a review. And I read it, I'm like, this is not the reason, anything that is highlighting any reason or why our case is denied. So then they say, this is where things get fishy. Then they say, we send that to your sister. My sister checks her mails and stuff like that. And then, USCIS sends the denial to the person's house and stuff like that. She
Okay.
checks everything, nothing.
Okay.
And
So, hold on, Muhamud. So you have you sent the paperwork to our team?
No, we send the RFR and how the case is filed and everything like that to your team. But your team told us, where's the denial? We do not have a denial.
Yeah. So what does your lawyer say? I mean, what does your lawyer say they're getting from USCIS? What does USCIS say?
Well, we do not have any contact with USCIS, so we don't even know our case is denied. We don't even know if what they're saying is fabricated or a lie. We do not know any of that.
So here's what I'll say: you probably need to have somebody, us or somebody else, track down everything. They're not paying attention to the case. If you're coming through IOM, if you're dealing with IOM, that means you're trying to come as a refugee. They have a whole lot more discretion, and they take a whole lot longer when people want to come as a refugee, especially when they're in a refugee camp in Uganda, but they're really from Somalia. So I'm not surprised by any of this, but it sounds like who's ever handling your case doesn't have a good handle as to what's actually going on.
You mean by the attorney, or you mean by the people in IRC?
Whoever the people are, IRC and the attorney, probably.
Yeah. So, and as I was saying, things got even more complicated because when my sister said we do not have any, nothing was sent to us, and then she contacts RSC again, then they say we sent.
Muhamud, I'm gonna let you go just because this is all very case specific and it doesn't really have a lot of applicability to everybody.
All right.
Who are you talking to at my firm? Do you know who you were talking to?
I talked to Daniel.
Okay.
And I sent him all the papers.
I'll check with Daniel on Monday. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Bye. All right. Poor Mahmoud. That sucks. Sounds like he's not getting any answers. Let's go ahead and talk to Dawit. Hi, Dawit.
Hi, Mr. Hakim. Good afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me this opportunity.
Sure thing. What can I help you
My
with?
question is, I'm in this country. Last June, I entered through F11 visa with green card,
Okay.
and I have been waiting for my green card to be produced, but it's not happening. Can you give me any idea what can be happening, or am I missing anything?
Have you contacted USCIS?
Yeah, I've been trying to contact them. They said it will be produced. You have to wait, something like that, but they are not giving me any definite answer.
So they're not telling you that they produced it and sent it to you. They're, as far as they know, that did you, when you came through customs, did you give them that envelope?
Yeah, I gave them that envelope. They stamped my passport and everything.
And so when you call them right now, what do they say? That they say it'll be produced?
Yeah, I say that you have to wait because we have a lot of backlog with this Afghanistan thing and everything, and they're saying that you have to wait. It's now 5 months now.
It's ridiculous. They're such clowns. I don't know what to say other than, we might be able to try to beat the bushes and try to get them to pay attention. And you might have to sue them though to get the actual green card. Looks like Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. So you might need to sue them. I don't know. It sounds like they're not taking you very seriously. So you probably need to push them somehow, either to get us to start bothering them, or I'd be calling them every other day, just saying what in the hell's going on. It's ridiculous. No, most people's green cards aren't taking 4 months after they arrive in the United States. So that's crazy.
Yeah, but no, for me it's 5 months. Is it too long?
It's too long. Yeah.
Yeah. Can there be anything happening over there, or they're missing something, or they're doing something about my case?
I mean, I don't know because I can't see the paperwork, but I think you probably might need to sue them or something to get them to pay attention. They're just not paying attention to you.
Okay. And so do I need a lawyer or something like that?
If you're going to sue them, you need a lawyer. Yeah, you can't sue them without a lawyer.
Okay. Thank you. If I need that, is it okay if I contact your office?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, yeah, I would just start calling them every Monday.
Yeah.
And try to bug them for the next month or two, and then at 6 months, then sue them. It's stupid.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Dawit. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you,
Sorry
Mr.
about
Hakim.
that. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Now remember, if you want to come on screen and you're in the waiting room, you got to be on camera. Otherwise, I'm not going to pull you up. Aneet's up. Hi, Aneet.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm good.
Thanks so much.
So I have a question. Like, I'm from Nepal, and I have TPS as well as I'm on F1 status right now, and I have applied for adjustment of status. My question is, like, will there be any problem since I came on F1 and currently I have TPS, and I used my TPS for the internship during school period?
You applied, but what's the basis of your green card application?
EB3 skill from employer.
Oh, so the question is whether you violated your F1 status by working on your TPS.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that is a technical violation. When you get permission to work under TPS, even though you have that permission, it's still a violation of your F1. And if you're applying based on employment, that could cause you trouble at the interview. Mm-hmm.
So what is the thing I can step forward?
How far along is your EB green card case? Is the I-140 on file?
So I filed my I-1485 back in August 27th.
So, I mean, I would need to look at all the timeline of everything. And there was a memo that came out under Trump that I don't know whether or not it's still in effect, but basically it said that in the old days, you weren't out of status until a judge declared you out of status. And then Trump said that it's going to start immediately upon the violation. And I don't know if that rule is still in effect or not. So why don't you send us an email and I can look at it, or and I can talk to one of the lawyers here, and we can try to figure out if you're going to be able to adjust status based on employment, or if that's going to cause you a big problem. It's certainly not good.
And I have a last question. The thing is that currently I have extended my OPT and I have a year left. So do you think that time frame would be enough for adjustment of status?
Not these days. Not if you just filed it in July.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I'll send you an email and I'll get in
Yeah.
touch with you guys.
Yeah, I think you probably need some help. Okay, thanks, Anit. Good seeing you, bud.
Thank you so much. You have a good one.
Bye, buddy. All right. Let's see what Matt has to say. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Jim. Thanks for
How are
having
you?
me.
Sure.
Good, thank you. I've been following your show for a while here in Australia, but I can never get on because it's never at the right time.
Oh, right. Oh, good. Well, this is an unusual time, so I'm glad. How are things in Australia? I heard the COVID's pretty bad.
Well, over here, and I'm in Queensland, which is actually not bad. We don't have any cases here, and you know, I don't my freedoms aren't really infringed on. We had a couple lockdowns, but you know, that's about it.
There's a
For about a
marketing
week or two, but
there's a marketing guy I follow from Australia named James Schramko, and he wanted to spend the holidays with his parents, I think, in Queensland, and they had to quarantine in a hotel for 2 weeks in order to be able to do it.
yeah, there's that. Traveling into and out of here is difficult, but when you're in, it's not that bad.
Got it. Well, what can I help you with?
All right. Well, I've got a couple questions. One is because right now I've been waiting for a long time. My mom's a U.S. citizen. I'm actually from Canada. You can probably tell my accent's not Australian.
I was wondering.
And yeah, and so I have a couple questions. The first question I have is, you know, when I was a kid, I used to go into the U.S. quite a lot. And this was, you know, in the 2000s and the 90s, you know, and I took, you know, by listening to your show, I learned about the FOIA requests, and so I got some FOIA requests, and you know, it shows in the FOIA request, it shows that I entered the U.S., but they don't have any records of me exiting, you know, a few times, and you know, in those days, there's no, you didn't need a passport. You could just flash your driver's license at the border. You know, I lived in Toronto, and they just wave you right through, and you know, they don't really take records of who's in the car really a lot of times, it seems, right?
Sure.
Or they didn't at that time.
Yeah.
So how do I get around this situation where, like, you know, I'm just worried that they might say I overstayed. So how do I get, you know, past that? Or do they understand that situation with Canadians, or what?
Well, did you in fact ever overstay?
Yes, I did, but that's later on in life, and it was for less than 6 months. You know, and but during the 2000s and the 90s, I didn't overstay, and that's the part I'm worried about.
Okay, so right now you're trying to get an immigrant visa through your mother. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, she petitioned for me. She's a U.S. citizen.
And how long till that's sort of like, what stage of things is that?
Well, I'm waiting for an interview. I've been waiting for a couple of years.
Okay. So, but do you know about your priority date and like when it's going to become current and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's been current. My priority date is in March 2013.
Okay.
That's when that's when she applied, or that's when I got my date, and it was current for a couple of years already.
Okay, and so
what do you? I get an email every. Sorry to interrupt. I get an email every couple of months saying you're in line for an interview. You know, just wait. Every couple of months they send me the email. Yeah.
So you've got everything on file. DS 260s on file, and everything's good to go. You're just waiting for the interview. Okay, and so
correct. Yeah.
The question is, when you go to talk to the embassy official, they're going to ask you about these trips you had to the United States when you were a kid. They're going to pretty much take your word for it.
Okay.
I think they're not going to be too concerned about that. Because even if, let's say you had overstayed, let's say in 2003, you had stayed over for a year and you then had a 10-year bar, assuming they had 10-year bars back in 2003. I don't know. I don't remember. But you've already done that time. And so it wouldn't really even come into play.
Thank you for that. I had like, as I said, I overstayed in 2013. I overstayed for about 5 months, and I left and then I came back 3 weeks later, and then they told me, no, you can't come in because you overstayed, blah blah blah. And what they did is they took away my visa or my visa waiver privileges, and that was in 2014. So I know that you get a bigger penalty if it's more than 6 months, but should I be fined now because it was under 6 months? That should be fine. Okay, right.
You'll be fine. Yeah,
well, that's good to know.
Even it was more than 6 months and less than a year, it would have only been 3 years, and you've already done that too, so you should be fine.
Okay, thank you. That gives me much more confidence. Another question is regarding the new mandatory vaccinations for green card applicants. And I have I'm actually practicing. I practice yoga and you could say Hindu, where I don't take in meat, fish, or eggs. The vaccine has eggs in it, egg byproducts. Is that a legitimate claim for religious exemption for not taking it?
It's going to make it a lot more complicated. It's going to slow your case down. Whether or not they're going to find it legitimate, I think you're going to have to document whether or not this has been a long-held belief, whether it's a tenet of whether religious leaders in your religion say that it's not something that it violates religious tenets. If it has to be something that's well documented. It can't just be that you think there's eggs in it and therefore you can't do it. I think you've got to prove it up more than that. You got to show that you're a Hindu. You got to show people that know you as a Hindu, and then people who are Hindu experts who will say, yeah, it's against Hinduism to get this vaccine.
I've got Hindu tattoos even. I think they will, that's kind of indisputable. But yeah, okay. Well, anyway, Jim, I thank you very much for your show.
Sure, Matt.
And really, I learned a lot from you. So I, want to give my thanks and hope you're well and take care.
Thanks for coming on. Keep us posted. Let us know when you're on your way to America. Okay, Matt?
All right, will do. Thank you.
Bye, buddy. All right. That was Matt all the way from Australia. He got on because we had sort of a little extra time. Let's talk to Chuck. Hey, Chucks.
Okay. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Great. What can I help you with?
Well, I have two questions basically. So I filed for my mom. I think sometime around March they actually sent a letter of acceptance. That they received the documents. But the thing is that she already did her biometrics. But however, we're still waiting for work authorization.
Waiting for what? Work authorization?
Yeah. So it's been taking. Yeah, it's taking a long times, and I'm kind of worried because a whole lot of things that I want her to actually that I want to set up for her, and that will require her having a social security because she's already here. She came on B1, B2. So that I don't know if it's possible to either contact them or is there anything one could do to expedite on that process?
When did she get her fingerprint?
I think it was sometime around I think it's right about August.
Yeah, no, she's got a while. I mean, everybody's taking 6 months, so she's got a while to go. What kind of things do you want her to be able to do with a social security number that she can't do now?
So I'm trying to see if I could add her to health insurance and stuff, for her to do surgery because she has a major eye problem.
What kind of health insurance? Health insurance that you would pay for, or government health insurance?
Yeah, that I'll pay for, not government at all. Yeah.
One thing you might do is there's a number. It's called an ITIN number. You can get a number that's like a social security number, and the insurance company might take that. So look for how to register. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I know about the ITIN. So I never thought about that.
Yeah. I mean, I would check before you do all the work of getting her an ITIN number. You might check with the insurance company and still see if they will accept that. But as far as expediting so that you can add her to insurance, I mean, they don't expedite most cases, and then when they do expedite cases, they don't really even do anything faster. So it's sort of a waste of time. You can certainly try.
Okay. Okay. Got you. The second question basically, so my wife came here on a student visa, and we got married pretty much a few months after she came in as a student, and she hasn't left the United States since then, and she's still in school actively, studying. And I'm thinking, because we've not really gone out for, we've not done our honeymoon and stuff, so I'm thinking, is it possible, since she's been here for that long, pretty much about going to about 2 years now, and she has not traveled, and I'm thinking of, just trying to see if we could go on vacation. So the problem is coming back in here. I don't want to have issues, because some of her classes are virtual because of COVID. So that might be an excuse, down the line, even though she has an I-20. So I don't know if that would be a problem. And also, filing for her while she's still in school. I don't know if that's also, if that would actually mean that she would not be an F1 student anymore.
Okay, so let's back up. So you are a U.S. citizen. How did you get your green card, Chucks?
So I got my green card from prior marriage.
And when did you become a citizen?
I became a citizen 2018.
Okay, and the person that you married, they came in on F1, and has the visa deadline, has the visa stamp ended?
No,
in other words,
actually they gave her till 2024. Her visa was expired 2024, but however, her I-20, she's been renewing her I-20, and she would be done with school sometime before summer next year.
and you have not filed for a green card for her?
No, not yet.
Okay, so the question then is, am I worried that if she leaves the United States to go on a honeymoon with Chucks, will the fact that some of her classes be virtual and she could get dinged for violating her F1 status, and or could the fact that she's married to a U.S. citizen give her trouble when she comes and tries to re-enter the United States from the honeymoon?
Right. So both of those things, the fact that, okay, she's married to a U.S. citizen, and we've not filed, and also the fact that the classes are literally virtual.
Both of those things worry me, Chuck. So I'm very glad you asked the question, and I think that I would encourage you to do a honeymoon somewhere within the United States.
Okay.
Or you could apply for her and go for your honeymoon after you get the travel card and work card based on her marriage to you.
Got you. Like does the EAD with advanced parole?
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. So would that mean that her status as once I apply for her, would that mean that her status as an F1 would automatically change?
Not until she gets the green card.
Okay.
So like I would keep her going to school. If she graduates before she gets her work card, I'd have her apply for OPT. I would keep the whole F1 thing going, but I'd also get your part going sooner rather than later.
So with the way the whole process is going now, so if I apply for her and maybe they didn't get back to her with work authorization by say May 2022, and she graduates, can she, because the OPT thing and also work authorization, I don't know, it's kind of confusing. Will she be able to, while an application is already in, will she be able to still apply for OPT?
She can and she should.
Okay.
Yeah, keep both options open. No problem. She'll end up getting, she might end up getting 2 work cards, but
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much,
All right,
Jim.
Chuck. See you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, take care.
Yeah. You too.
All right. Well, Chuck's is keeping the Immigration Service busy. His mom came to visit, and he sponsored her for a green card, and then he's married to his wife, and she's on an F1, so it's good all around. Let's go to Cesar.
There you go.
Hi there.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Doing great, thank you. What can I help you with, Cesar?
Well, I have a question. My question is, I'm from Spain, and I came to United States 7 years ago with a tourist visa. And then in that period, 6 months, I got engaged with an American citizen, and we decided to get married. So through that, I got my green card. But after 4 years, no, 3 years and a half, I got my resident permit, and then we got separate. So we were applying for the removing conditions, and they denied me. So we got separate, and after, and then they denied me everything, and they didn't move forward. So and I thought they're gonna deport me or something like that. But they were asking me more evidence, the same evidence that I already gave them, and I told them. So I was by myself already, separated from my ex-wife, so I couldn't bring the same evidence that I told them. I'm located in Kansas City, in St. Joseph, Missouri. So they denied me, and they told me that my case is closed. So they not gonna deport me or anything like that, but my case is closed. So they told me you can apply again or whatever. So, but in that period, 2 years ago, that I'm already divorced, I have my new fiance, and she's American too, and we're going to get married. So my green card is going to expire next month, on December 16th. And my question is that, what can I do? Can I renew this green card, or now that I'm going to get married, I have to apply again from the start?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, believe it or not, we've had a case like yours probably 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
And there's some confusion at USCIS as to what is supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Some immigration offices take the position that you still have to get the conditions removed in order to even get a green card with this new spouse. Other offices say, no, you don't need to do that. And you can just start over with your new spouse.
Right.
So my wife handles these. My wife is my law partner. She's really, really good at it. And she now has a little bit of an expertise on how to handle these things. It's a little bit complicated. And I would suggest, Cesar, that you call our office. I'm going to put her name in the comments so that you can see it. Call the office. I'll put the number and ask them, tell them that you were on the show and that you need to talk to Amani. That's my wife.
Okay.
She's an attorney, and like I said, she just got done handling 2 or 3 of these, and then she'll be able to help you, because I think you probably have to do both. I think you have to get the conditions removed. I mean, the cleanest thing to do would be to try to get the conditions removed by yourself. But at the very least, you want to go back and get your whole immigration file, see what was filed, see why it was denied. The one that denied
that's
was,
what we did, but they told me there's nothing to do in your case. They told me your case is closed.
That's wrong. That's wrong. If you had no new fiance, you could file a new 751 right now and try to reprove that case. We've won that case several times. They're wrong. They're just tricking you.
Okay.
The 751 that got denied, was it filed jointly, or was it filed by you all by yourself?
That was jointly.
Yeah. So they're just messing around with you. You could get this approved by yourself, even if you weren't getting married to this new person.
Okay, but yeah, because I heard somebody told me as well, a lawyer told me something about if you get married again, you just can file for the 10 years green card now that you're gonna get married, but you have to wait 2 years after
No,
you
that's
get
wrong.
married to
No,
apply. And
that's
I was
wrong.
like, no,
That's
that's weird.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, please, if you give me the information of
Yeah,
your wife.
I put it in the comments on Facebook and YouTube, so you should be able to pull it up.
Okay, are you located in Missouri, right?
Yeah, we're in St. Louis, but we handle cases in all 50 states.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm located in St. Joseph, Missouri.
Yeah, that's where the Pony Express started. I know St. Joe's. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Well, yeah, that was my question. And right now I'm working, but it's going to expire next month. So
Yeah.
you think it's gonna happen anything if I'm still working?
Well, if you get if you refile for the 751, one of the nice things with that is that they should give you that extension, even though the other case got denied. If you file a new one, they should give you that automatic extension. Then you can get your driver's license extended, and you can keep working while you get married to your new spouse and clean up the old case. So you're going to have to operate on two different things, I think.
Okay. So when are you open again? On Monday or
Monday, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
I will
whoever you get. Say I was on the show with Jim on Friday, and they'll look it up on the video, and then they'll put you in and I'll tell Amani when I get home tonight that you're gonna call her.
Yes, please. I will appreciate very much.
All right, Cesar. Nice to meet you. Take care, bud.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. I usually don't do a lot of comments, but this is a quick one, so let me pull it up. Do I have to update my address with USCIS after my case is approved? Yes, you got to keep your address updated up until you become a U.S. citizen. So always update your address with USCIS. There's someone in the waiting room who's driving named Usman. He's waving to me. I can't pull you on camera if you're driving in the car. So you can either pull over or do something else. But right now we're going to talk to Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you. I have a case with you currently. For lawsuit already finished, and then the entire case for my mom sponsoring my sister. She's adopted, so that one is still in the process. But we have another case. My mom is a green card holder. She is sponsoring my brother. He is 32 years old, so it's already approved on NVC side since March 2nd. And then we haven't get any interview date from the embassy in Cambodia. So I don't know what is a timeline that we can do anything. Can we sue them, or what can we do to?
I'd say you got to wait at least a year.
A year? Okay. That sounds good. I emailed them and everything already, but I never got a response. They keep saying that they behind, whatever. But so okay, I have Haley, I have Alexandra and stuff. So I'm gonna wait a year, and then I'll contact you if we need to do the lawsuit with the embassy.
Sounds good, Sam.
Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
See you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's see, Usman. Usman, my man. How you doing? You're on mute. You're on mute, bud.
I got a quick question. I got married in 2020. Like, I came to the United States, and I got divorced last year, and like it's almost 2 years I'm here in the United States. But I want to know that can I go back and visit overseas, my country, Pakistan?
Wait, so what happened? So you how did you enter the United States?
I entered the United States on a marriage-based visa. So
And did you get your green card?
yes, I got my green card, but it's not a conditional.
You got a 10-year green card?
Exactly.
And what's the question? Can you leave the United States and come back?
Yeah, like if I go and visit my parents, and because it's almost 2 years, I miss them, I miss my family. So if I go there and I come back, and it's not in the problem to re-enter the United States?
It should be okay as long as you're not gone for more than 6 months.
Okay, yeah, that's all my question. That's all.
All right,
And
good luck, buddy.
And if I like for some reason like when if I want to get married, so how long I have to wait to get married, remarried again?
Wait till you become a citizen. Don't do it before then.
Oh, okay. All right.
Otherwise, if they
Thank you.
look back, they presume your original marriage was fraud.
Okay. All right, Jim. Thank
All right,
you.
buddy. Good luck. See ya. All right. All right. Let's talk to OK. Hi, OK. We can't hear you, bud. Can you hear us? Okay, can you hear us? I can't hear you. I'm going to knock you off. I'll come back to you. We can't hear you. Let's talk to Muhammad. Hi, Muhammad.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I have applied for asylum, and I had my interview a couple months ago. It got denied. I went to my master hearing. They give me a court until 2024.
Ridiculous.
Yes, I was wondering what can I do if I can have my individual hearing before 2024.
That's going to be tough. There's just so many cases ahead of you.
Even like I had 2 surgeries here, and I'm still like I need a third one. Can I give them that as a reason to have my hearing before?
Why do you want to have your individual hearing sooner? That might put you closer to getting kicked out. Why would you want it to go faster?
I have like an emergency with my family back. Like I'm from Yemen, but my family is in Saudi Arabia. So if I will visit them, they will be in Saudi Arabia. So I have to go and visit them there, and I have to redo my surgery in my shoulders. Here it's a little bit expensive. It will be for me. I have an insurance, but it will be also expensive. So I was thinking if I will give them that as a reason.
Yeah. So no, that's not going to make things go faster. And to me, in my job is I'm the immigration lawyer. So in my mind, I'd like it if you could go see your family, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is getting your asylum case won. So, and keeping you here. It sounds like you have all these other competing interests. So you got to sort of make a priority list. And what's the most important thing to me? If the most important thing for me is to be safe and not get kicked out of the United States, then I wouldn't rush my asylum case. I'd just be working on making it stronger, and I wouldn't be worried about going somewhere for cheaper surgery. I know that's easy for me to say, but I think you need to prioritize what's important to you.
So should I wait until like 2024 or?
Mhm.
So can you help me with the case?
Sure.
I'm in Virginia.
Yeah, sure. We have an office in DC, and we handle asylum cases all over the country. So sure.
Perfect. So because I called you before my master hearing, and they said you are not doing.
Right. It's court. Right. No, I forgot. You're right. Yeah. No, but I'll tell you what, Muhammad. If you reach out to us, we can put you in contact with. There's some good attorneys in DC that could help you with that handle cases at the Arlington at the immigration court.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, Muhammad. See you, buddy.
See you. Thanks.
All right, let's go back to OK. See if he's got his audio going. OK, can you hear us?
Hey, yeah, I hear you, Jim. Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yeah. What's up?
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm good. All right. I want to get married to my fiance next week. So I want to know. I don't have driver's license. I don't have social security. I don't really have anything, that I can, So if I'm filing for my papers, maybe in the next 2-3 weeks, what can I send to USCIS as evidences? Definitely pictures and our marriage certificates and all of that. But what else can I send? Because I don't have social security for us to have a lease or for her to add me to her insurance or something like that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. For you and everybody else, I'll put a comment down below. So we have a big long list of marital evidence. If you want our list of marital evidence
for someone for someone who doesn't have no ID in the US.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, you know what? I'll make a video about this too. But well, I wouldn't say you have no ID. You have your passport, right?
Yeah, I have my IDs from my country, my passport, my driver's license from my country.
Yeah, but what about your passport?
Available. Everything is in there. My visa, my passport, everything is in my passport.
And you got your birth certificate?
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so they understand that sometimes you don't have a lot of documents right at the beginning when you file, but that's why once you get your social security number, it's really important to open up that bank account. You just got to do it right away. It's okay to not have it now. It's okay to not have it now.
What'd you say?
I said it's okay to not have that right at the beginning. You just want to have it for your interview.
But you know, sometimes when you file for your papers, after 1 month, they'll send you an an RFE for more evidences. I mean, how can you have evidence when you don't have social security so she can add you to insurance and all of that?
I don't think they really send you RFEs for extra evidence if it's a case in the United States. I don't think you're going to get an RFE like that unless you really send them nothing. But you can send affidavits, you can send letters, you can send an explanation, you can send all that stuff. They're used to people getting married without a lot of documents at the beginning. It's okay.
Okay, so the last question: what chances do I have? Because my fiance, she's 25 years older than me. So what chances do I have?
She's what? What'd you
But
say? 20?
it's a real marriage. You know, we're both so much in love. It's real.
What country are you from?
Nigeria.
Yeah, man, they're all over Nigerian cases. Were you married in Nigeria?
No, I've never been married in my life.
I would say that if there's a 25-year gap, you're going to need help. That you should not file this case by yourself.
But because it's a real marriage, everything we live together.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay, if I made a list of all the countries that they think that are involved in fraud, it used to be Morocco was number one, but now Nigeria is number one. So they're going to be all over your case. This is not going to be an easy case to win. I think your chances of success are probably about 20%.
All right, no problem. Maybe I'll just contact the office. So we're gonna see.
All right, buddy. Good luck. Thanks. Okay. See you, man.
All right.
That sounds like a tough case. 25-year age gap. We've won them before, but they're not easy and they're a lot of extra work. All right. So we're going to do a couple more callers. I did see this question here from Juan. Juan wants to know, do we have an office in Miami, Florida? We don't have an office in Miami, but immigration is federal, and we can practice in all 50 states. So, in fact, I'm going to be in West Palm Beach on Tuesday. My wife's going to be in Orlando tomorrow. So we're in Florida all the time. So if we can help you, we can help you find someone who could help you. So, all right, let's see. Kevin's been waiting for a while. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Happy holidays.
Thanks.
This is my third time on here.
Okay.
And I basically have a case with you guys now. You guys helped me to file a lawsuit against the USCIS concerning what was happening. To give you a backstory, went for my N400 interview with a I-751 pending. It just was a terrible case. And then they visited my house twice and all that, and tried contacting them almost 4 or 5 times. And it was like, I've forgotten the wording they used, but it was just a very generic response. And basically, we're going to take our sweet time. And we did the whole lawsuit thing. They sent me an interview date for December 8th. And when we did file the lawsuit, it was for the I-751 adjudication and the N400. But the thing they sent me was just for the I-751. And it was a form D56.
Mm-hmm.
And reason for appointment form I-751. The interview may be videotaped and it may take 2 to 4 hours, plan accordingly.
Which field office?
What do you say?
Which field office, Kevin?
San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So first of all, December 8th is like so close, and of course, I'm going to like call you guys on Monday, to get a law and everything. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not bothered about me and my wife, but I just wanted to like get an understanding as to what to like expect.
Yeah. So, that's a great question. So, clearly they are worried about the marriage. Clearly they have concerns about the marriage. You said they've been out to your house twice,
Yeah.
and that was before we filed the lawsuit.
Yes.
And will this be a second interview or a first interview?
So this will be your first interview for the I-751. Well, I went for the N400 interview with the I-751 adjudication. So I guess I'll be a second one.
Yeah, but they didn't get into the validity of the marriage during that interview for the N400, right?
No, I didn't even do the N400 interview. The person who interviewed me told me that systems were down, basically.
That old trick. Yeah, what that really means is, we really want to do the 751, and that's why. I mean, that's an interesting notice too. I don't know that I've ever had an immigration notice come that says the interview is going to be 2 to 4 hours. Plan accordingly. I haven't had that happen before, so that's interesting.
Yeah, and also
I think
videotapes. Yeah.
I think it's going to be rough. I mean, I've had interviews videotaped. That doesn't worry me. But the fact that they warned you ahead of time, I mean, it sounds like they're trying to do a little bit of intimidation. And my big thing, Kevin, on these is it always comes down to the U.S. citizen, right? Because there's going to be that moment when the U.S. citizen is without you. You'll be out in the waiting room. And certainly if you don't have an attorney, but even sometimes if you do, they like to scare the person, and they say things like, this is going to be videotaped, and you're free to leave at any time, but if you leave, then we're going to think bad things about you, and it's a crime to sponsor someone for immigration fraud. So I don't think it's going to be a fun interview, and they're already telling you that it's going to be 3 or 4 hours. So I think they'll separate you. I think they'll do the whole history of the relationship, and then I think they'll do all the tell me, what was the last time you guys went out to dinner with somebody else? Who was it? Where'd you go? When was it? And then see if your answers match up. So there's going to be all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not really bothered about that, but the whole like intimidation tactic thing is what just like annoys me and worries me, because I went to that and I felt like a lesser human being, and now seeing this again, it's like, yo, man, like that's why I really wanted to even sue, because it's like I'm not that kind of person who want to be related with like such kind of like stuff, and I don't know if this is a new thing with the USCIS, but personally, I just feel it's not cool, for people.
Yeah, I mean, when I tell people that when we sue, I always tell people, lots of different things can happen when we sue. They can send a request for evidence. They can send a notice of intent to deny. They can knock at your door at 5:30 in the morning, or they can schedule you for your interview. So, clearly something was held up. I wonder, this sounds to me almost like somebody might have reached out to them and said something about your marriage. Do you think that's possible?
I don't think so. I don't think so. And then again, it's like I'm not even take 10 hours. I don't care.
Yeah, right. When did you get the notice for December 8th? Did it just come?
I literally got it on Wednesday.
Did you send it over to us yet or no?
I sent it to you, but you guys open back on Monday.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check it out when we're done. I'll check out that notice. I gotta shoot a couple videos and then I'll check it out.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And the last question. This was for an I-751. So they sent me this letter, the G56 for an I-751, but the lawsuit was for I-751 plus the N400. Because I'm telling you, I don't want to go there and drain myself and then have to go again for another N400 interview. That would just break me personally.
But you just get ready. You're going to have to.
Okay.
But that's all right. That's all right. Listen, don't. This is just nothing, man. You got us. We got things moving. It's a legit marriage. I can tell by the way you're talking that it's a legit marriage, and it's just the game, man. You just got to play. You want to win the game, you got to play the game. So don't get too worked up about it. Just okay. Next thing, separating out the 751, that's because they think they can knock you out with the 751. But if you get past this, if you get an N400 interview, then we're in really good shape.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so
sweat
much.
it, brother. Don't sweat it.
Yeah.
You got it. All right. See you, man. We'll talk.
Yeah.
All right, later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll do it for today's show. That was fun. It was good seeing everybody. We'll be back on Tuesday at noon. No, Tuesday? Let's see. No, Tuesday I'm traveling, so it'll be next Thursday. I'll try to do a pop-up show like this one sometime between now and next Thursday. But for now, we'll see you all next week. Have a great rest of your weekend. Peace, everybody. Be kind to everybody. See ya.